a minute. I didn't forget to mention, I just chose not to mention it. So I went back in, and both engine bay panels and the engine bay itself has been completely redone. I went in, sanded it all back as best as I could, and just painted the whole lot. The clear coat, where it was too thin, it had collated in all the nooks and crannies, and basically across all the panels it had turned it that horrible, that sort of nicotine-y yellow colour. It wasn't the same Lotus white, it was like a dirty, awful. But as you see, it's all done now. Crack on. So I've just got all new brake lines in, apart from this one up in the centre there, that was okay. And I thought I bought new clips for the actual brake hoses, 3 of them for the rear, but I haven't, so I'm just going to clean up the old ones, give them a little bit of paint and put them back in. And I'm still waiting for some stainless steel washers so I can insert my shock mount bolts, but I may end up putting the old ones in and then just changing them out at a later date. So I've just installed the 2 lower return springs on the other side of the bus. The company didn't get back to me, I'm afraid, so I just basically bought a whole new kit just for those 2 springs, but at least now I've got some spares. Okay, so I'm going to be installing a sound deadening in the engine bay. I made sure that I got quite a thick version. This is a 1 centimetre thick stuff. It says it's flame retardant, but I guess there's only one way to test that. I didn't expect to get that done today, but I thought I'd get it done before I start putting the gearbox back in. A little bit sketchy in some places, but as I keep finding myself saying, it's better than it was before. Got the engine seal in, that was fun. Just got all the correct size plugs in also, just to stop them wires from chafing. So I think I'm just going to tidy this wiring up a little bit also before I put the gearbox in. I mean, this plastic sheet is cracked in so many places, I'm sure it wouldn't do any harm. Even though I haven't tested the wiring as such yet, it wouldn't do any harm in re-wrapping it, making it look a bit better. Wiring looks better now, just repaired it where necessary, and give it a coat in that cloth tape. So I've just gone and packed every flange with the old CV grease. I think I'm now ready to go and put the drive shafts on. There we go, so this is back on all 4 wheels. Now this is quite a big deal because this means I can roll her out and get a lot of the other jobs done, clutch cable, etc. I can also roll her out and get this Beetle turned around. the clutch cable at the front end there, and it involved taking the clip off and then driving it out with a punch. So now I can draw it all the way through from the front of the bus. So that's the new clutch cable now run, and I did actually use a draw wire drawing the cable back through to the rear of the bus. Actually used a length of welding wire, that was the only thing strong enough that I had to get a good tug on it. Greased it up nicely so it come through, but I think I'm going to have to order a new Bowden tube now. That's looking a bit of a state. So this bit's been bugging me for a long time now, so with them flaps out of the way I can now cut all of that rot out, and it's a little bit holy in this midsection also, so I've just marked it out. I'm going to cut that entire central length out, I think. Best way to go. That's the template made. Now what I'm actually going to do is oversize it when it comes to transferring it to the new sheet metal, just because I've got to incorporate, what's that, 3, 4, 5 ribs in there, so that's obviously going to shorten the length of my piece of steel. Just taken down these riv nuts as well that was supporting the spare wheel bracket on the front of the bus. I won't be having that, so just taking it down with the intention of welding them up at some point. But unfortunately I've come to the end of my time for today, so I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you on the next one.